Well, we go across our broadcast regions in Victoria and New South Wales. We take a look at the ladders. It's our Wednesday edition of our sport program, and the lay of the ladders has Hume Football League's Osborne undefeated 11 matches. They haven't lost yet, so they continue at home and away at least. Last year they did exactly the same, never lost a match in home and away. So Osborne up the top of the table, 44 points. Holbrook 34, and then How Long 32. CDHBU are on 28. Brock Burham up to 5th place on 24, and Round-Wabundary Waller 24. Jindera in 7th place. This is a top 6 competition. They're on 24, and then 2 games down to Lockhart. So I reckon Jindera now look like the club that's probably percentage 2 to play here. I think probably the club that is in a chance to get into that top 6. Somebody in that 4th and 5th place could miss out, or Jindera may miss out themselves. So getting very interesting in that lay of the ladders. In Riverina football, we've got Turvey Park at 8-2. They had a loss on the weekend. Coolaman Rovers are 7-3 in second. Griffith Swans are 6-2. That's 26 premiership points. And GGGM Lions are 4th with 24. The Goannas 5th with 22, and the Wagga Tigers 6th with 20. Colin Gully 7th with 16. So really, there's those 7 sides all still in with a chance of finals football. And over to the Farah football competition. The Rock Erin Creek have played 10 matches for 10 wins. The Northern Jets have had 11 matches, so they've got 9-2, so that's 36 points. They're 1 game adrift, and that extra match, of course, for the Rock Erin Creek. Mara Bombers are on 32. The Bush Pigs 24. East Wagga Karingal drop out of the top 4. They're in 5th place on 20. Burrell and Two Blues still a chance with 16 points, and I think you'd probably say Temora in the next place with 12 points in 7th, probably out of touch now, but Barellan and East Wagga Karingal still a chance of fashioning that top 4 or making it in the run home. The North Central football and the lay of the ladders has the Sea Lake Nandali Tigers are 10-0, haven't lost this year, undefeated at 40 premiership points. Nullawil up to 2nd with 28, double chance location that is. Birchip Watcham in 3rd place with 24 after the loss on the weekend to Sea Lake, and then Donald in 4th place with 24. They had the bye. They've had 1 extra bye than the other side, so they've only played 9 games. So Donald in a good place to really press Nullawil for that 2nd place. And then Witcherproof come next with 22 premiership points. That drawn game could be very interesting later in the season. And then Wedderburn with 16 premiership points, 1.5 games adrift. I think in a bit of a problem. Bought at 14, I think won't make it from there. So Sea Lake, Nullawil, Birchip Watcham and Donald are favoured, but Witcherproof Narraport still a slight chance. Let's go to Wimmera football. Ararat, 9 matches, 9 wins. The Horsham Saints have played 10 games. They're 8-2 in 2nd place with 32. Southern Mallee Giants 3rd with 28. And Dimboola up to 28 also, but their percentage is less than the Giants. Then Minyat on 24. That's your top 5 for this competition. And Stawell are 2 games and percentage adrift. I think the top 5 is in place already. And that's an incredible position to be, because we still have, for the rest of the season, 7 home and away rounds to go. But it's going to be hard to see that changing, I think, from here in Wimmera football. Horsham District football now, and Harra-Balmoral have played 11 matches and they've got 11 wins. So they, like Osborne over there in Hume football, are one of the biggest winners so far this year, having not lost a match, but also won more than even other teams in other comps that are undefeated. Good performance from Japarut Rainbow in 2nd place. They're at 36. They've got the 2 losses, and then 1 game clear of Narrajul Quantong. Now in the top 6, the top 2 is really important for your double chance. Narrajul Quantong at 32, Edenab Apsley 28, Rapanyip 26, and Swifts 24. Then it's a game clear from the Swifts to Caniva on 20, then a game and a half to Nadimak on 18, 2 games to Pimpanayo on 16. The Keys, I think, are adrift back on 12 now in 10th place. So still a chance, I think, for Caniva Iva, also Nadimak and Pimpinaya to make the finals, but the Swifts are the club that I think they've got to attack because their percentage, maybe even Apsley too, their percentage is pretty poor, but we'll wait and see how that one unfolds in Horsham District. Sunraysia now, and Rothendale Euston are 9-1 on top with 36, Mildura 32, Irimple 28, Wentworth 24, and then that's your top four. Redcliffe's on 20, but percentage is a problem. Owen United on 16, 2 games adrift in percentage, and then Merbeen on 12. I don't know Merbeen now. I think 3 games away is getting a little tough. I reckon Owen United's in deep trouble. They'd have to win this week, and I think win the rest of their matches. And then Redcliffe's, well, they've got 1 game adrift. So it's going to be interesting for that top 4 in Sunraysia. Millawa Football, Bamble, pretty safe at 7-2, Golgol 7-2 and Cardross 7-2. The top 3 sides are all equal premiership points, 28. And then Nanjalok are on 16, Werrimal at 8 and Moringa no score. So I think in the top 4 out of 6 teams, that top 4 looks pretty decided. And in the women's comp, 5 teams, you've got Werrimal 28, Cardross 24, Bamble 16 and Golgol 4. Moringa haven't scored yet. And that's still an opportunity if they could beat Golgol and get some percentage, then they might still be a little slight chance, but it's going to be hard to see them win against the other top 3 sides. All right, that is a look at the lay of the ladders across Victoria and New South Wales for Flow coverages. Some massive games this weekend.